behind the performance.
And if you sign up today, you'll not only get to see your name in lights on this one-of-a-kind personalized light-up choker necklace, but you'll also get the satisfaction of being able to walk into any room and people will know your name, as long as it is 6 characters or less.
This tape has been 75% an ad for that light-up choker.
Well, that's because it's relevant to the last 10 minutes of this hour-long video, because today we are talking about the one and only Jon Hamm!
Yeah, he's not there.
No, he's not here. He had to shoot another Progressive commercial. Probably.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that's the reason you're not hanging out with Jon Hamm right now.
Oh, like you've ever... Oh no, you have, haven't you?
I gave him a beer when I was an intern at UCB, and he said, thank you.
Cool. Loose wire.
Jon Hamm had an interesting path to Hollywood. Your mom might know him from his role as the perfected himbo archetype in 30 Rock.
You live in a bubble where people do what you want and tell you what you want to hear.
But your dad probably knows him for his portrayal of Don Draper, a role for which he won 2 Emmys and a Golden Globe. But the other place that you've probably seen Hamm the most is between the shows on your TV. Yes, Hamm is in a lot of commercials. Besides his ongoing romance with Flo from Progressive, who was also in Mad Men, by the way, he's been the voice of Mercedes-Benz. And American Airlines, showed up in ads for H&R Block, the 2022 World Cup, a campaign for Apple TV, where the joke is that he's not in any of the shows on Apple TV. He even does commercials for Canada's Skip the Dishes campaign.
Come on, you think I wouldn't recognize Chilliwack, BC?
For the average TV enjoyer, it might feel weird to see someone considered a leading man be in what is oft considered a lesser art. But is it really all that surprising? After all, Don Draper is the man who can make other people believe in anyone, anything, and any product.
How do you say ice water in Italian? Hilton. How do you say fresh towels in Farsi? Hilton. How do you say hamburger in Japanese? Hilton.
Some of my favorite scenes of the show is when Jon Hamm is delivering a monologue as an ad pitch. You see him tying the emotions of everyone in the room, on screen and off, to a kitschy American product. Don Draper knows that he's not really selling curtains or cigarettes. He's selling you a brand new version of yourself.
Then I thought about a man of some means reading Playboy or Esquire, flipping past the flesh to the shiny painted curves of this car. The difference is he can have a Jaguar.
At its best, the show juxtaposes these promises sold by the ad men against the personal lives of the people selling it. When we peel back the curtain, we see that they are no more happier, complete, or whole, despite the perks of their persuasive power.
This apartment, this wealth that someone handed to you, this was what Karl Marx was talking about. And it's not because someone else deserves it, it's because it is bad for your soul.
One of the most famous Mad Men pitch scenes is from season 1, where Don sells the Kodak execs the idea of nostalgia.
In Greek, nostalgia literally means the pain from an old wound.
As the projector shows personal images from Don's home life, the pitch feels intimate and real. Except the audience knows that this projection of his happy home life is a lie. This sets up the dynamic for the entire series. Most of the characters in the show are playing a lie, a false version of themselves. The version that they can sell to the other characters. The straight version, the tough version, the version that came from the perfect American family. During the pitch, Harry Crane, whose marriage is on the rocks, breaks into tears and leaves the room. While the executives probably assumed it's because Don's pitch is so emotional and moving, we know it's really because his own life doesn't live up to this idyllic depiction.
If you're so worried about my well-being, let me come home.
Never mind that Don's doesn't either. The show itself is about the lie of nostalgia, the pain of our past, and the lives that people had to live in order to fit into such a rigid, monocultural society. One that is literally being created by the ad men next door.
The greatest thing you have working for you is not the photo you take or the picture you paint. It's the imagination of the consumer. They have no budget. They have no time limit. And if you can get into that space, your ad can run all day.
But my life is terrible. How am I ever gonna make it better? You just asked me off screen.
I did not.
Well, don't fret, because this one-of-a-kind personalized light-up choker necklace is going to change your life. And if you sign up today to be my sub, I will teach you how to make money selling your own personalized one-of-a-kind light-up choker necklace.
You're trying to recruit me into an MLM.
What, am I supposed to believe you have a job? It's 3 p.m. on a Wednesday. You're talking to your TV.
Yeah, you know what? My life would be so much better if it was 3 p.m. on a Wednesday and I was talking to a recording while wearing a one-of-a-kind personalized light-up choker necklace that says, "Gag me." Wait a minute, that actually does sound more fun.
Jon Hamm has been open about his struggle as an actor before eventually landing the role of Don Draper. After getting a bachelor's degree and being arrested for a violent hazing incident, he went back to teach drama at his high school in St. Louis, Missouri. The same high school where he went to prom with future actress and Twilight mommy Sarah Clark. And, fun fact, she went to Indiana University where she dated Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd and Jon Hamm would become lifelong friends. And while Hamm was back teaching drama, Ellie Kemper was one of his students. Also, back when he was in high school, one of his classmates was my high school friend's dad. So I think instead of Degrees of Kevin Bacon, we could all play Hectares of Hamm. Comment below if you know what a hectare is. I don't. Hamm juggled several jobs while auditioning. As a waiter, a set decorator for an adult film set, and basically whatever would pay. In interviews, he said that he looked older than he was, which was a hurdle in casting. He got roles here and there, but he struggled to find his niche. Anyone who's seen Gilmore Girls has seen Baby Hamm in his role as a brief Lorelai suitor. If you weren't lucky enough to be born into the business, one of the ways that actors can break in is by auditioning for commercials. The jobs are often unionized, they can pay really well, and you're still using that liberal arts degree. Oh, who's that? Oh, yeah, that's me. On set, this fox was a tennis ball. This one was shot like a week after COVID became a thing. We're all quarantined in different bedrooms, and we were never even in the same room with each other. Thank you, unions. Auditioning for commercials, in my experience, is way harder than auditioning for TV or film. It's the art of saying unnatural things in a very natural way. But in each case, no matter what you are selling, you're not actually selling the product. You are selling the feeling that the product gives you.
Let's us travel the way a child travels, round and around, and back home again, to a place where we know we are loved.
Your son now loves you because you sprayed his stinky football jersey. Whatever.
There's the rare occasion when the public can be engaged on a level beyond flash, if they have a sentimental bond with the product.
But he was also selling something else. Hamm says that he modeled the character after his father, someone who was strict and all business all the time. I think it's interesting that since Mad Men, Hamm has mostly chosen to be in comedies.
Thanks again for picking me up.
Not a problem.
The character of Don Draper always feels like he's hiding something, which works because he is. But I think Don Draper was also hiding his inner Jon Hamm, a weird, down-to-earth goofball, stifled by the society around him. Hamm is the kind of actor who can be the voice of Mercedes-Benz, but just as happy to stop by a midnight show at UCB to drink beers on stage. I don't doubt that there's merit to his story about looking older leading to his late start as an actor. But I would also hazard a guess that it's these conflicting, hard-to-sell facets of his personality that made him hard to place.
I can picture it. I dreamt of it. Being wanted.
A nice reminder that contradictions are human, and the needs that commercials create are artificial.
Think I've lost feeling in my neck. You know, you usually don't sit and listen to me, and you look really ugly today.
Thanks.
Is everything okay?
I guess I just relate to Jon Hamm. I'm also a goofball trapped in a daytime TV outer himbo shell. This industry is so based on looks. It can feel like there's something wrong with you if your inside doesn't always match your outside. I know how hard it is to walk into a meeting and have to sell yourself, because a lot of the time they're asking you to break apart your whole personality, your identity into tiny little facets that are easy to understand, that can easily be sold or commodified. But as an artist and a person, I've worked so hard to discover parts of my identity and add it to the picture of myself as a whole that pitching can feel like an autopsy. Like you're going in and they're asking you to remove that organ that you just put into yourself so that everyone can look at it. But I guess I believe in the power of vulnerability, especially vulnerability in art. And if it takes me having to walk into a room and pulling out my weird spleen for everyone to look at, then I'll do it. But not for them. Do it for the people out there that also have a weird spleen that just want to be seen.
Holy shit, that was beautiful.
Thanks.
Do you mind if I steal it? Oh, and then in the end I can go, good thing I had this one-of-a-kind personalized light-up choker necklace.
How's your neck?
Oh, pretty sure I've lost all nerve endings.
Now it's time to tell you about this video's sponsor, Mubi, the curated streaming service showing exceptional films from around the globe. Of course, for Halloween, they've got a whole bunch of great horror films, like Pulse, from Kiyoshi Kurosawa, the other Kurosawa. It's a terrifying techno-horror story that reflects on loneliness in the 21st century. And it's genuinely hair-raising. I'm always finding cool or weird movies that I've never heard of, thanks to Mubi's great curation. You'll never run out of films to explore because Mubi premieres a new film every day, each one hand-selected, like your own personal film festival that you can watch from your couch, or in open crypt. And have I got a special treat for you? The Tricks are still having supply chain issues. You can now watch Mubi for free for 30 days when you sign up. Just head over to mubi.com/mmfish. That's mubi.com/mmfish for a whole month of great cinema for free. Thanks everyone for watching! If you liked the video, be sure to like the video. Check that you're subscribed to the channel and click the bell to get notified when my next video comes out. A very special thank you to all my lovely patrons and everyone watching on Nebula who helped make these videos possible. If you want to help me make more, just head over to patreon.com/Maggie Mae Fish for early access to videos and your name along with all of these fine folks. If you're someone who likes movies and keeping track of them, check out my movie notebook, link in the description box below. And until next time, save Martha, nostalgically.